see if it's actually come up. Are we live? Do people see us?
Are we alive? Are we alive?
It still says we're offline.
Okay, we're slightly behind the time it took me to do the first one. That's okay. But also weird because it made it already. So
I'm gonna wish this thing was better at telling us when we're online. Okay, we're online.
Hello, everyone. We are going to be continuing to play more another Metroid 2 remake. We are going to be finishing it this time for real, I promise. And then we'll be moving on to Symphony of the Night.
And you are completely alone on the couch. We've all abandoned you.
Little known fact, both Andy and Miguel are testing out our new cloaking technology. Let me know if it's working. Can you see them?
This is my Halloween costume.
You see, they're both here with me.
I think the cloaking failed.
All right, get over here.
I attempted to jump into her arms but missed.
It happens.
Hey, remember Omega Metroids?
I remember Omega Metroids.
I'm not getting sound. Well, I'm getting very quiet sound.
Omega Metroids are like incredibly cool. Like the first time you encounter them, when you realize what it is you're supposed to be doing to beat them.
Yeah, it's really cool, but it's slightly...
And then you're like, oh, I have to do this 4 times?
Is the Omega one, that's the one that's big stompy one?
Yeah, Big Stompy has a bullet in their back.
Don't know if that person's here who was here last stream, but the person who was a tester on this was saying that it is actually easier to...
I'll give it a shot. That doesn't jive with my memory, but I will attempt to kill it from the front.
The stream is a bit choppy again.
Oh, looks like we're in the green.
Oh, I know what's doing it.
Oh.
I opened up Twitter to retweet, and Twitter is of course doing a video stream in the corner for no reason.
How's your audio? You're saying it was a bit quiet?
Yeah.
Let's turn ours.
Try turning up the main volume.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. That's good.
Let us know if the stream's less choppy now.
It looks like we're in the... I'm seeing like a lot of red over there.
Yeah. Let me check if my phone's doing anything and make sure it's off.
Andy, your phone isn't on the wireless, right?
No.
I just took mine off. This isn't downloading anything. Make sure everything other than the stream. Okay, should be better.
Did we defeat this Omega Metroid?
No.
We're still
We
trying
sure
to beat her
didn't.
first. Okay, great.
Oh yeah.
This really wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't like...
It's such a long sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very unfriendly save spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're expecting it to be, like, easier. Like, normally, like, 1 Zeta wouldn't be that hard. Like, it might use up everything you have.
One of the testers also said that if you were using the newer...
Yeah, they apparently patched it to be easier. However, we do not have the patch. So this is a PC game that we're playing. It's a fan remake of Metroid 2. Yeah, only runs on Windows. And I'm honestly not sure where you find it now because it got incredibly cease and desisted. It's, I'm sure, out there somewhere.
Yeah, having to do all of this before you get to the
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, it's fine it's okay the first time. But I feel like
Have a safe spot before
Yeah.
the actual fight. That would have been fine.
I think they were really expecting it to be a lot easier. Like, I think that's one of the things. Like when you have like a boss like this, it's sort of easy to misjudge
Yeah.
how hard it is.
It's in general like there's a reason why so many indie games have too high difficulty. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Given
From his
how long
perspective.
production is on a game.
Yeah, even if you're not like normally very good at these kinds of games, like I don't know. I feel like you're not super good at like super difficult platformers, right? I think that's like a.
Not like I've not, you know.
But Beyblade Pixels is you're very good at that.
Yeah. Although not nearly as good as the speedrunners are.
Yeah.
They can win the game in the time it takes me to win some of the levels.
I don't feel like I'm doing better with this strategy. I'll stick with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you're
that,
getting
but,
hit less.
I mean, I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's true.
I think
Let's
this
get a super
enemy
missile in there.
doesn't stand out against the background as much as it
Oh.
should. I realized why, like last stream, I missed the
Oh.
transformation sequence.
That was
Is
interesting.
it's shading
Yeah.
to black, and
Maybe
the
if you-
background is black.
Maybe if you just wait for
Oh,
Oh god,
this
no.
is
the.
fuck.
Maybe
So
if
that's a safe place, but like, oh, that's real bad.
if you wait for it to be fired to fire the super missile, that might be the most efficient. Never mind.
Doesn't matter. Oh fucking. I don't feel like this strategy is going to be better.
Miguel, we have someone asking, was the zero mission?
Oh.
Oh god.
And there's
Yeah,
no way to
that's-
heal.
There's no way to heal.
Someone was
Let's
asking
go.
what?
Grab
Um,
a super missile and practice against.
That's
This
a
is
good
just
plan.
practice. This is not like.
Has the second Zero Mission stream happened yet, or was it eaten and not uploaded too? Both of those should be up. I
Yeah.
believe I uploaded both of the Zero Mission YouTube streams. Let me actually check to make sure that it has been while you redo this bit.
Yep.
I thought I uploaded everything as it's come in. I thought I've been good about that.
So all the bosses in the original Metroid 2 are a lot easier just because solely on the basis they're just missile sponges. None of them have like really anything interesting going on with them. It's just entirely you shoot a lot of missiles and that's it.
It's also like
Except for the what's his name? The weird the springy ball guy.
the springy ball guy.
Yeah, he's the same in the original.
The most of the difficulty in AM2R comes out of stuff that just literally would not have been possible to represent on.
And I feel like most of it is interesting. Like
it's-
the bosses, I really like most of what they're doing with bosses. Just this is just one instance where they didn't quite get the difficulty tuning.
Like a lot of it is based on like the segmented sprites have shielding on different parts. You have to wait for something to rotate exactly the right way so it's not blocking your shot.
Yep. Which is obviously not a thing that would have been. Is it not showing up?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, we'll have to take a look.
Scourge Hive, then Metroid 1, and Zero Mission Part 1.
I mean,
Metroid
this is
2.
a game about bosses. Like, this is entirely. That's the point of interest in the game, and I think it's interesting when games are entirely about bosses. I think it's a little like they kind of have to justify their own existence, especially now that we live in 2017, which is a post Shadow of the Colossus world. But like I feel like making a game that's just entirely about fighting bosses is good.
That's what the Cuphead devs thought.
I think definitely that was the right call for that.
Didn't they actually change it to be have more?
They did. It's bound to be like one. It's like maybe 1/3 of the game now is either run and gun or like side-scrolling shooter levels.
So still 2/3 is bosses.
Yeah. That's you can tell that's like what they want to be doing and where they put the effort. And even the side-scrolling shooter levels are mostly like just a big boss fight.
It looks like I did miss the second part of Zero Mission.
Huh.
Really sorry about that, folks.
Let's see if it might still be in the...
I'll see if it's hidden.
Yeah, is it still on like the Twitch?
No, it wouldn't be by now.
Damn it.
They only store stuff for 2 weeks.
I think it's a little longer than that.
It's been a while.
But the weird thing is, if I look in terms of weeks, it's all fine. It's like 1 month ago was that, 3 weeks ago was the first one of these. That's weird.
Okay, let's...
So yeah, sorry about that, folks. It looks like I missed that somehow in my...
Okay, everyone else will talk.
Upload
I need to
to you.
focus.
Okay.
What is the fucking angle? It's just like slightly too tight. Like you have to be so close.
You can definitely sense the level of control that the people making this must have had, given the number of things it involved, like incredibly precise,
Yeah.
hover jumpy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like your best bet might actually be to wait for it to do that, and then like in the split second when it's done breathing fire directly at it, because that's the one point that you have a nice long shot at the vulnerable bit.
I think it's easier like with these higher ceilings. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I need to focus.
You wanna go get the expansion?
No. Oh.
The green part is the vulnerability.
Yep.
AV Big Cat.
Oh. Oh. Fuck.
So I think when I did this, I would exclusively fire missiles down, like straight down.
You can't fire missiles straight down.
Interesting.
Oh wait, no, you can. It's just by pressing. Oh man, that feels really hard to do.
Yeah, but at least you know when to let go. Like it's not ambiguous.
I mean that's true. through.
You wanna go get the supers?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll try shooting down, try.
May I give it a go?
Now that Christina's not in World Kill, if people don't see the stream show up on YouTube the day after, give me a shout.
Please do let us know.
Give me a shout on Twitter, because I think what probably happened was I uploaded it, but every once in a while, for no good reason, it just fails the first time. And if I'm not paying attention to my email, I won't see the little message saying, "Oh, this one failed." I just assume it went through fine, because almost all the time it does go through fine. But yeah, let me know if you don't see it, and I'll make sure it gets up there.
So theoretically, when you're pinned near an exit, the AI turns around. In practice, it doesn't always. The detection on that isn't quite right. I've definitely like taken a lot of hits from it in like a state where you just can't do anything. It's a little bit frustrating.
At some point, I wonder if it's just easier to go find the past version.
Suddenly occurred to me that we can actually make this a little bit more readable for all of us.
Yeah, the thing is that normally they put save points right in, like, save points recharge your energy and missiles, so that's sort of their solution to difficult situations, and it's a good one.
It's also the case that in 90% of every single other Metroid fight in the entire game, other than this one, if you don't like how things are going, you can literally just back out.
I mean, you can do that here too. You just won't get anything from it.
Well, that's the thing, is that normally you back out, you know, the fight goes badly, you go, oh crap, you back out, you heal, you grind missiles, you save, that sort of thing. In this one situation, just this one situation, like, there is literally no healing anywhere. We are completely shut out of any way of getting even a single life point back. like even just having like one of the classical Metroid, like here's an infinite enemy spawn point that you can just eat missiles from. That would have made this a lot easier to deal with.
There's another thing, is it doesn't telegraph when it's going to turn terribly
Yeah.
well. And that's as soon as it hits you.
That might be
Not-
a...
Breathing fire is kind of exploitable, that's why I'm giving it a shot now.
The breathing fire is probably exploitable. Actually, the way it is supposed to turn around... Yeah, it keeps
Okay,
turning
if you
around
get-
doing a jump, and then every time it
Yeah.
does that jump, it's... And in that case, you could maybe shoot it from the back, which is
Yeah.
otherwise not generally possible.
Okay, you have to be on. No!
Oh!
Apparently not.
Yeah, that's.
I wonder when they... What did they fix in the 1.1 version?
Yep, can confirm. This is infuriating. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not well designed.
I think they don't expect you to hop
No.
up into that area.
The problem is that's like the only safe place.
But I think that little nook is
Yeah.
specifically
Well, I
done
think
so
it's
they don't
supposed to be safe. But it's.
Oh, it turns around every single time.
Yeah,
Is that
but-
exploitable?
I don't know.
Like, it looks like the A is just designed to know, oh, you're right there, therefore... Nope.
get- Nope. Sometimes it does that.
Fuck me.
Well, no hits this time because... Oh, wait, this run's going well. I think it's even... I think it's actually
This is the
changed
best
colors.
I've done.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Now I have no more super missiles, so this is gonna suck, but.
I think it's actually a little darker green than it was. I'm not sure.
Fuck me. Does that do damage? I feel like it does damage.
I don't think it does.
Oh.
Make it a shot?
Almost got it.
Did you?
Yeah, that was close, I believe.
Okay.
Sorry, this is really hard.
It's very hard.
I'm definitely wishing we'd gotten a hold of the patched version.
Yeah, I did not about this.
How much do we have past this?
You're moving to the end game.
Yeah.
There's... I want to guess something like 3 or 4 Omega Metroids, and then you get into the end proper. And the end proper is extremely interesting.
Yeah.
We also,
So are we gonna have harder versions of this fight?
No, it's easier because
Well, yeah, you'll have versions where you can heal, but
Yeah.
the next version of this fight will be the same fight but with like lower ceilings, so it's harder to do the the weak spot on the back is extremely small and it's only open for a moment, so it's both a timing and a space window. But there is a thing where it's because it's like a sphere, it's hittable from a number of different directions. So I'm pretty sure that you can hit it from either above,
Yeah.
from diagonal, or from the side. But it's a very narrow window from all three of those axes.
You have to do the full circle here. You can't just go back.
It's the room on the bottom that triggers it.
Oh.
Like we can go in any direction, but you have to go to this room. Yeah.
Hearing a lot of fireworks going off. Is this a fireworks weekend of some sort?
That's weird. Are you sure there's nothing?
I was hearing those last night as well.
Weird.
Not sure if the stream can hear the fireworks or not, but there are definitely fireworks going off.
Oh, mini expensive one probably. Yeah, the problem with directly down is that like it gets you very
Oh.
I can't do anything here.
Yeah, no.
That's just like, yeah, they didn't. No, let's go grab some services. Yeah, I feel like the back is the only way to do this. Two.
Three. Nice.
That was the easy one. Fuck.
What? Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Apparently all it took was just 4 hits.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
we're coming really close without realizing it.
That's ridiculous. So the real problem with this is that like you're not just firing normally, you're like doing this weird jump back and forth in the air.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to set up the shot.
I feel like the biggest problem is that the jumps, like its jumps are not the same. So you have to figure out which jump it's doing, then get into the correct position, which is like a very small, like it's a very small number of pixels, the window on that.
Fine to say.
Right. And if like the lineup,
I mean, like, I'm not hurt.
Yeah, I don't want like something crazy to happen.
it's like if the phase of like your jump cycle does not line up with the phase of its jump cycle, you're just
But the problem is just that it's hard to predict because
Mhm.
you don't actually.
Does it telegraph? I couldn't tell if it was
No,
telegraphing
it doesn't.
which jump it was gonna do.
No, there's no telegraphing. You can. At least not as far as I can tell.
Telegraphing makes such a difference in action games.
Oh, for sure.
I do like this part of the map because it's starting to just really feel like you're not supposed to be here. Like this is
Yeah.
not like
Habitable.
yeah, this is not like an old like space bird sanctuary or something. This is like you are spelunking at this point.
It's fine. There's lots of really good crannies.
Good rolly.
Good rolling here. Okay, we did it. We landed Samus on the save spot.
Where do I go?
Now do that 3 more times.
No. Just up from here, it looks
Yep.
like?
Mm-hmm. This game is not mostly very mysterious about where you're supposed to be at any one time.
And I am trying to remember what the timing is for those jumps.
There's no timing. It's literally anything you can mash.
But if I mash too quickly, it doesn't go
Yeah.
up. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like how.
Yeah,
do I
the only
hold?
thing is just that. Yeah.
Mash at a reasonable rate.
What even is
Restrained mashing.
the monster mash?
Mash gently.
It's a graveyard mash.
Is that a friend? Oh, guess not.
I mean, it has many characteristics of a friend, but it's not friendly.
It's small. It's roly.
Does our definition of friend involve friendliness? I'm a little unclear on that.
I'm not sure what the point of having those here is because they don't do enough damage to
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure like what they're. Try shooting.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, sometimes it's just.
I was too obsessed with my life as a ball. Creepy.
Yeah, this is another based on the Game Boy, very memorable.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
That's a pattern you can use very easily in like even Game Boy pixel art. Also, the layout of these is very memorable, just in terms of being kind of weird.
Oh, strange.
Yeah.
Too many eyeballs.
I mean, part of it is just that they need to have like tall rooms in order to like make parts of the map line up, because for some reason that's very important to Metroid 2.
It's like weird, like bubbles floating in the background.
Yeah.
Like they're barely visible.
Yeah, I'm not sure the stream can see that at all, but there is like animated bubbles, sort of.
Faint, very large
Yeah.
bubbles.
But also notice they're kind of like this entire area seems. Can you bump it there?
Oh.
God. It like seems almost designed like to make you not glad you have the screw attack since since you are now devouring your own platforms. And the enemies move in a fairly weird enough pattern that like when you're like, I feel like when you're like moving back and forth in these very tight corridors,
There is a door to the left somewhere. It's on the mini map.
Okay.
if you
One
want, you
more
can go to the
screen
top.
You can see.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, I've saved. Though it wouldn't be bad if I found save
There
spot.
should be another save spot around here. That's the usual amount. Like, they're usually very generous with the save spots, which is good, because this is... that is a room that looks very ominous.
Yeah, I'm gonna look, see if I can find a safe spot.
Nope.
I think that's just a little bit pointless.
Can you go in that?
Yeah, you have the gravity suit lets you go into lava, which is weird and sort of fucks with the conceit of. Oh, that's probably where the lava's gonna drop,
Yeah.
because now we're off that lower sort of main.
Yeah. It's kind of weird having all this platforming stuff when, like, it's basically irrelevant at this point.
Oh, there's another room to the right.
I wonder if I should go down to the bottom and check the one room to the side. I think that may have been the save room.
Plausible.
All I know is
Yeah,
the
this
designers
is-
were at the boss room. All I know is these designers, the designer of this was really, really proud of their lighting system.
How do you feel about the lighting system on this pixel art?
It's not bad, like,
Or like philosophically lighting systems like this on Pixar in general?
I'm fine with it. The one, like, my one sort of pet peeve is when there's really strong, yeah,
Of course.
really strong coloring on the lighting, which is a pretty common problem in general with, like, modern 2D games. There's a tendency to overdo the coloring, or to, if they're using additive blending, which basically just brightens things always.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stuff where it's blown out, like it's too bright at some point, and the detail gets lost.
So, yeah, 3 Omega Metroids.
I was really impressed by the Dragon's Trap's use of color lighting.
Oh yeah.
That was, like, really nice and subtle. So yeah.
We have now found Metroids. So now what? We just go and like report these to the Galactic Police and we can leave?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Oh yeah, they're really great at dealing with this. They've got the situation under control.
I'm sure it's time.
Yeah, it's a real low ceiling. Like, it's just
So you got
slightly
you got
lower,
the
but
one section that's
I think
lower.
it's actually that the room is like.
It's really easy to get caught in the left side of this room. Just very, very
Oh yeah,
easy.
yeah. God, don't even. That's
I'm
the
trying to
problem. You
figure-
have to jump in order to like hit that weak spot.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the hitboxes are to even, like, I'm not gonna survive this. But if I can at least figure out, like, where can I hit it without having to hit it in the back.
Like, that's the problem. You need to hit it in like a certain part of your jump. Like, it's so precise.
It's precise and it's ambiguous, which I don't like. Like, as I mentioned last stream, I feel like the shapes of these bosses don't really do a great job of making it clear where
Yeah.
and when you can hit. Like, they look great. They're nice, big, imposing looking bosses with a lot of animation.
So this is the Omega Metroid, and so far they have been going up in like in the Greek alphabet. So we fought betas, gammas, zetas, and now omegas. If there's a letter after that, I don't know it.
I don't know how that alphabet
But then
works.
surprise!
I don't know how letters work.
But then for the next boss, they switched to Cyrillic, just out of nowhere.
Someone was suggesting that maybe you could like crouch and then, but I don't know. Like if you hit L, can you
You'd
do
have
an
to
angle
be
shot?
a
Yeah.
very specific distance.
That's the entire boss. Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
really difficult.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I'm not saying it's impossible, just I don't know how. Okay, so you can get it while it's like leaping.
Yeah, that gives me a huge timing window that's just gaping open.
Also, you have to hit it, the thing in the back does 3 times as much damage, meaning you need to hit it 3 times as many in order to kill it with the front. So
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get a sense of like what I can even do here.
well, you could suffer.
Well, yeah, I'm doing that already.
I would just like to thank BV728 for your correct usage of the term non-Euclidean. Very few people get this right.
What makes the boss non-Euclidean?
Uh,
Other than the fact that it's not Euclid.
Yeah, 40 missiles in the front to kill it.
Jesus.
So, yeah, let's not.
Okay.
Maybe let's try another strategy.
BV's joke being that the surface of any curved object in 3D is non-Euclidean, because non-Euclidean actually just means space, or Euclidean geometry just means geometry on a flat surface or in a flat space.
Okay.
So, so for example, a road map of San Francisco is non-Euclidean due to the hills.
And also the cosmic horror.
That also. Now, it is the case that, like, the 3D space that models in a computer game exist in, that is Euclidean. Although it's also the case that the space we exist in is non-Euclidean due to the cosmological constant. It is, in fact, Minkowski.
I don't know what this means.
It means either my girlfriend's very smart or very good at bullshit. But I think it's the former.
Differential geometry is actually a lot easier than you'd think.
Thanks, sweetie. 1 hit. 2.
I have some
3.
bad news
Nice.
for you.
It's fine. No!
Yeah.
Please. Please, sir. Oh. The biggest problem that really fucks me up with these bosses is that there is absolutely no way to clip through them. Like, even during your invincible, even after you've been hit, you can't go through them, which I think is very atypical for bosses in a game. Like, so they can hit stun you and like just get you into a corner, and there's nothing you can do, and that's exactly why usually you can clip through bosses.
I'm just remembering the super weird way that Dragon's Trap handled that, where you just get hit stunned but not damaged
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was
for
real.
forever. So it's just like,
Yep, that was also not great, to be honest.
Eventually you're
yeah,
gonna
no,
get...
it's not a good solution.
How many normal missiles is each super missile worth?
5.
I think you only need to get 2 more.
I think so.
I like how you're like slightly on fire.
This is the worst kangaroo.
I think you were 1 short.
I think so. Alright.
You can do it, you can do it.
That wasn't so bad. Like, I almost had that one.
I think that room was actually a slightly taller room.
I
than
think
the last
so.
one.
It's
It didn't
taller
have
but
the-
narrower. It's not as long as the thing that makes it difficult.
It also does not have an exit at one end, so.
Yeah, no, that is like definitely a problem. Oh. Yeah, you just have to get so close to it. Oh, come on! It's like a frame too late. Oh. I don't think this... Yeah, the ceiling is pretty narrow.
One. Two.
Oh.
Three.
So I hit the trap.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, like once you get into a swing of it, it actually isn't. Like, I feel like the thing is just like it's slightly wrong. Like, it's not like incredibly fucked up. Like, this mistake is a fairly minor one. It doesn't need like a huge nerf. It just needs that. It just needs better signaling on the attacks and like a slight. That would probably be enough, but like I feel like I'd also give it like just like a slightly wider hitbox on that.
Yeah. Teeny bit more time, teeny bit more space to be able to hit one of those in.
Or frankly, like the front is not. Here's the thing: the front is not 3 times easier to hit. Like, it's balanced as if the front is a super easy target. And
Which,
like
is
but it's
definitely
not.
not the case.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like a really hard target to hit. Actually, I find it's actually a little bit easier to hit it in the back. In the back,
Well, it's
because
the front might be easy, but like the signaling is so bad on it that you can't
yeah,
tell. Like, it's really, really unclear to me when I can hit it and when it's just gonna hit the missile out of the air.
I don't think the game expects you to have more super missiles. Like, I think we have the correct number of missiles for this. Although if we were fighting from the front, it would be pretty miserable.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. We have skipped a significant amount of
We have
optional content.
skipped a ton of No, we have.
Just this entire half of the game, you're just hearing that like wah, 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 over and over.
Yeah, that is a bit of an issue.
One.
Oh fuck. It's just slightly wrong. So the fire breath barely does any damage. Ugh.
The claws on the other hand do a ton.
Yeah. Well, just the head does a ton.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why would bouncing off of that thing's back be any different from bouncing off of the rock floor?
Right, that doesn't really.
3.
Okay, so either one more or a lot more.
A lot
A
more.
lot more.
Can you get off 2 on a diagonal?
No, you can only hit 1.
Shit.
Yeah, see, that was like just deeply obnoxious.
I mean, so canonically the Metroids like are energy draining when you touch them. But
yeah,
that's
but
like,
not like the
yeah, it's like
you
the
know,
glob, not the.
yeah. This is like the stuff that they kept the blob. Okay.
1,
No.
2.
2, okay.
God, this is gonna.
What's sex?
We just don't know.
Sounds fake. Just 2 more to go.
I forget, did the Game Boy version have like them transform into these different
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they had like ones that looked like weird T-Rex kangaroos.
These
These
the
were a
Metroid
lot
that-
goofier in the Game Boy one, just because the tile sizes could only be so
Oh,
big.
yeah.
But they did have like
They look really, really funny, actually.
the designs are very much based on the Game Boy version, and also the transformation sequences are in the Game Boy version.
Yeah, like they actually do have those like sort of like little short like cutscene bits.
Cool.
Like they really want you to get this sense of like
Okay.
the Metroids are like evolving over time. One. There's actually a confusing thing if you go back and watch the original.
Fuck me.
I'm just gonna let her work.
Oh. Oh god, I hate this. Ugh. Like, that feels like it should be. No, 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 no. Oh. Like, there's no way to know that that was, like, a vertical jump. Oh, fuck. There's a problem where my hand is starting to,
Oh.
it's not cramping yet, but it's,
Hate to tell you this, but I don't think I'll be able to help if
yeah,
your hand cramps up
that's
too
what I'm
much.
worried about.
I might be able to, but we are
Fuck me.
definitely. Yeah, I would just.
No, yeah,
They
no,
are.
I'm just gonna die. It's not even worth going all the way back.
So the original commercial for this game on TV, like when this was out for the Game Boy, had a slightly different plot than the game itself, and the commercial plot actually makes slightly more sense because on the commercial, what the commercial claimed was that. So the actual plot of this game is that you're on the home world of the Metroids. What the commercial claimed was that after the incident on Zebes, one Metroid survived, and that Metroid is like repopulating the species and is like evolving into different forms, which actually makes more sense of what you're seeing because there's this progression where like in the early areas you see like the low-level Metroid, and in the late areas you see the late.
But you don't see
Evolution
babies. Like, you don't see babies at the start. You see, like, the you know...
Well, you
teenage
see a lot of
form.
baby husks at the start.
Yeah.
So the implication seems to be that like there were a bunch of Metroids let loose all over the planet, and like it's not like you get further into the planet and there's like it doesn't seem like you get further into the planet and there's more Omega Metroids near the center. It's more like just the longer you spend on the planet, the more all the Metroids all over the planet are evolving.
Yeah, which makes the homeworld thing not make sense.
Fuck this
Less.
shitty
Unless
hitbox.
they're like locusts.
That's
And
interesting.
like they all get spawned at once.
The locusts
go
all
through-
get spawned at once.
That's kind of their deal, yeah. Well, that and the whole thing where they're actually grasshoppers, and there's like some sort of
Too.
trigger that causes.
Oh.
That's wild. That brings a really
Oh, like,
new...
are locusts... Is locust not just a name for grasshopper? Is it like a different...
It's they didn't think they were the set. I could be wrong. This is me speaking from memory, so chat may be able to correct me. But my understanding is that they thought they were
Fire up
different
your
species
Wikipedia tabs.
for a long time, but it turns out it's a
Oh my god. This sucks. That should not be a thing.
Certainly puts
It's
a new spin on the parable of the grasshopper in the end.
but basically certain conditions cause them to change their morphology
Huh.
and be born sort of in a different form
Interesting.
and to like behave like locusts, which is huge swarms that like consume everything.
Interesting.
I guess because, like, normally locusts would be too destructive in the environment. Oh my god, this is...
Do y'all think I should get poutine?
Always.
Yeah, it's a good plan. So long as it's
Should
real
we,
poutine with like actual cheese curds.
Do we want to skip to Symphony of the Night and then possibly skip back if Christine's hand is getting tired?
I'm not cramping yet,
Okay.
and I only have 2 of these fuckers left.
Only 2. You know, honestly, my suggestion, I feel like either you're going to get it by using supers or you're not going to get it at all. It might make sense to just, if you
Yeah,
use
but
up
I'm
your
getting
supers,
better at pulling off the shot.
Mm.
Only missiles do anything against these bosses. Missiles and super missiles.
One.
1 hit stun. Ah. Yeah, these high ceilings mixing it up are maybe slightly unwelcome.
2.
Just because I don't think this fight needs to be really anything to mix it up. Just
How is currywurst a poutine? Also, I was surprised by just how much currywurst there is in Germany.
3. Nice.
Okay.
Now you
One
only
more.
got the hardest one left. I don't know, so this is getting into like,
It's served with French fries, but does it have cheese curds?
so something that I was having a conversation with Christine on the way back home after last week, and something that I was thinking about is how like the Castlevania Symphony of the Night has like a lot of elements to it that are like just sort of very unfriendly to this sort of stream format. Like Symphony of the Night, you know, this run has been a lot of just kind of like running back and forth and doing the same segment over and over, or realizing that you did an entire section of the castle that was completely unnecessary and gained you nothing at all. Whereas
There
like,
was the-
which like if you're like, if you have all the time in the world, right? If you're just sort of like leisurely playing through a game, that's actually like that was the thing I liked about Symphony of the Night. Was
Is
that,
that
like,
you were depressed?
oh, extremely. But it was like just something that I could sink a lot of time into, or like just spend a lot of time exploring. Or similarly, like I remember, even though these fights are kind of bullshit, I remember liking this segment the first time I played it because it was just sort of like, you know, give it a few goes. Okay, that didn't work. Close it and come back to it. But we're trying to sit down and finish this all in one sitting. In which case, it's sort of like.
Oh, and there's the pressure to show people new stuff
Yeah,
and to have
that,
something
yeah.
new to talk about.
Well, this sucks and I
Um,
hate it. Oh, fuck me.
This one's the worst because of the way that like the ceiling goes like down on the left side. You cannot do anything except get stuck there.
That's just a, that's just a kill zone.
So people are asking
Oh,
about poutine on chat. I think the really important thing about poutine is that it has to be cheese curds, because even
It's extremely
here you see that done wrong.
Yeah, and it's bad.
Because cheese curds, like, the way that they react to melting is really different than a lot of other types of cheese.
And delicious.
The other thing to remember is don't go to smokes. They're actually terrible.
Oh god, I hate this. I hate this.
I feel like all the Toronto poutine places started out good and got progressively worse over time.
Huh. I've got like there's like
Yeah, this is just
did you get even a single shot off this entire run?
no.
Nom nom nom?
Yeah, nom nom nom. Nom 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 used to be better though. Like,
Is that in Ontario?
yeah, it actually has a different name. It just the sign says nom 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 on it also.
Poutinis?
Right.
Yeah.
I have actually eaten homemade poutine by Xandra Vandra and it was incredible.
She was talking about that earlier.
Oh, okay.
I actually, like, even as a Canadian, had not had poutine until like maybe 5 years ago.
What?
Because there was not vegetarian poutine.
Yeah, that's
until
true. It was-
recently.
It
At
used
least
to be
in
very hard to
Toronto.
find.
I actually I I seem to not be able generally to eat non-vegetarian poutine just because the non-vegetarian poutine is just so heavy.
I would imagine so. Like
that was what scared me off of poutine when I first heard of it. I was like, that just sounds like the same reason I don't like things with a lot of bacon in them. Just like, it just sounds very a lot.
Turn the fuck around.
The vegetarian version uses mushroom gravy.
Which is still pretty heavy, but...
Yeah. I can't imagine how you make vegan poutine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some poutines seem to believe that there is such a thing as edible vegan cheese. But I doubt it's going to melt the same way as cheese curds.
Definitely not.
Someone is saying that they could get poutine at Tim Hortons, and why would you do that?
Please don't do that. Please love
Like,
yourself.
if you have to get coffee at Tim's, but, like, avoid it at all costs.
I mean, don't drink coffee from Tim Hortons.
Oh, did I tell you about my absolutely horrifying discovery?
Was it poutine at Tim Hortons?
It was poutine at Taco Bell.
Why are you
I'm
in
gonna
Taco
go be sick.
Bell?
I'm going to admit I've made some
Please
mistakes.
love yourself, babe.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn to love myself, but there have been times this
Sorry,
winter,
to
things have
focus.
been hard, and I went to Taco Bell. I'm not happy about it.
Okay, 1.
If you get the next 3, you're good.
I'm not gonna get the next 3.
I think that when I did this one, I was like spending just a lot of time hiding in that hole.
Yeah. No, it's a sensible policy.
So, first off, if you go to Taco Bell, like in
Don't.
America, like, and you order any value meal, it's gonna come with like an extra taco. It's not a very good taco, but it's a passable taco. But in Canada, they just serve fries, which is very weird for Taco Bell.
Now I just need to
But
hit it with 5 missiles.
you can
Just
do it.
kill me. No, I can't do it. I obviously cannot do it.
Okay, honestly, you probably can't do it.
I don't know. Has anything here given you the impression that I can do that?
No, so seriously, Taco Bell poutine is they don't even call it poutine. It's just their nacho. Like, if you just order the nachos supreme, it's just like everything they put on the nachos supreme, but instead of on top of chips, it's on top of fries. And I think they actually
Fries
call it
Supreme.
fries supreme. But yeah, because they're so used to this, when I ordered at Taco Bell, I got just like a meal, and it came with fries. It came with fries, and there was just some like Taco Bell meat in there, just sort of on the French fries. Like it just sort of dropped in there. It was absolutely disgusting. Here in
Giving me the
Toronto,
drink.
there's exactly one combination: Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. And it seems to be really distracting to them to try to do all 3 at once. Like, I went in there and tried to order something in the Pizza Hut, and they were just totally unprepared for that. They did not have the Pizza Hut section totally open. Mankind was not meant to combine this many fast food franchises.
You're driving me to drink with this taco poutine at Tim Hortons and Taco Bell.
Also, I just want to note, every time I've complained about the Taco Bell in Canada fries, someone's mentioned Del Taco. Don't eat at Del Taco. They have burgers. You did it! You did it! You did it!
That's it. No more Omegas.
Yay!
It's the name of my fanfic. Never mind.
No More Omegas would be a pretty good name for a band. Sounds like
Is anything downloading something?
All Monsters Must Die or Phantom
Well, saying
Pain is
that we're
missing or
getting-
something.
Bad internet.
Invaders Must Die, that's what I'm thinking of.
I don't see anything that should be causing a download right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what really messes me up is that Canada apparently has a run of combination Dairy Queen and Money Mart, where Money Mart is a payday loan etoblishment. There's one in Etobicoke, and
Do you see
apparently there's
anything,
one in.
What's the internet situation? There's gotta be something. Like we are
Yeah, I know.
yellow to red. This is
Give us a sec. We're just gonna try to see if anything might be downloading.
yeah.
Has my phone put itself back on the network? No, it has not.
I'm gonna take my laptop to the network even though I thought it was asleep.
Take the switch off the network.
Huh, that's really weird. What is? Yeah, this seems consistently bad.
Put the switch on to airplane mode.
The bitrate should be the same as it's always been.
Yeah, we haven't adjusted that at all. Do we need to do a restart? Because this is not looking good.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in the house that could be downloading stuff in the background. I can give it a reboot and see if it fixes stuff for people.
I think that's probably what we have to do. Like restart the router.
Smokes is, I mean, maybe you'll like it, but
It's
Smokes is the
fine.
one I don't like.
It's
It's also the
perfectly-
one that's like trying to open in America. There's one in Berkeley, for example.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Okay. Gonna
Yeah, we're gonna restart our router and see if that does it.
I'm trying to see if there's anything here that's a sign that.
Basically, Smokes is the McDonald's of poutine.
I wouldn't go that far.
McDonald's is McDonald's.
But it's oh god. Okay, but it's not
Yeah.
good enough to qualify as the Starbucks of poutine, right?
It's the
It's
second cup of poutine,
Smokes is fine if you're drunk. Like
which I wouldn't even say that for McDonald's.
yes.
I have to be very drunk.
You have
for
to
it
be really
okay.
drunk.
Which is to say, I've eaten McDonald's once in the last decade.
But I mean poutine's drunk food, so you know. That's anyway,
Okay.
we're gonna restart.
Yeah, going down.